4 teams remain in the Indoor Football League. It's the IFL Playoff Semifinals. The Frisco Fighters visit the Massachusetts Pirates in our IFL Game of the Week on Stadium in Western Massachusetts. And we're all ready to go here. It's the IFL Playoff Semifinals. Garrett Hartley boots it away, and they just signed Hartley this week. Josh Gable going on to injured reserve, the normal kicker for Massachusetts. Hartley, the former New Orleans Saints kicker, unfortunately boots it into the stands that time. All right, let's take a look at our starters as Frisco starts with the football. You see the surprise there at quarterback. Gerard Hurd getting the start at QB for the Fighters as opposed to Malik Henry. Henry has started the last 5 games for Frisco. Last week in the victory over Spokane, he went 10 of 22. Gerard Hurd has played at wide receiver and running back throughout this season, so Hurd kind of more of a dual threat. Massachusetts, one of the elite defenses in the league. Chucky Williams, a player to watch, an all-league defensive back. Really, that entire secondary for the Pirates has been so good this season. Frisco starts with the football. Trying to go with a sweep on the near side, and it's a takedown right at the line of scrimmage. Marquise Rogers took the football and only picked up about 2 yards that time. So again, it's a different look at quarterback with Hurd as opposed to Malik Henry. Hurd has thrown the football this season only 17 times for 76 yards and an interception. Malik Henry with nearly 700 pass yards this year with 8 TDs. They'll run it again. This time, it is to DeMarcus Felton, one of the top running backs in the league. A second-team All-IFL selection. That time, he gets only a yard. The All-IFL teams announced earlier this week for the 2021 season. Felton, second-team selection with 24 total touchdowns this season. Frisco, though, is in a tough spot here with a 3rd and 7. And it's a passing down for Gerard Hurd. The former Texas quarterback wants to be a QB long-term. He's been used as a running back and a wide receiver at all levels of professional football. He'll throw downfield, incomplete. The official reaches for his flag and does toss it. I think this is going to be an illegal contact or a pass interference downfield against the Pirates.
Defense number 3, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
There it is, first time we hear from the officials tonight, and an automatic first down. A little bit of a gift there for Frisco. Just a touch of contact there with Chucky Williams. Again, Chucky Williams, the all-IFL selection defensive back. His head coach Patrick Pass said he's one of the smartest defensive backs I've ever seen. Unfortunately, that time he commits the penalty. The Frisco Fighters in their first year of existence as an organization trying to make it to the United Bowl. Handoff up the middle to Felton, and the all-league running back powering the legs. He's got a first down. Strong running there as he's down to about the 11-yard line. Give him 12 yards through contact. Martrell Spate, the linebacker, in the area. You got to give credit to Maya Teohema there. First team All-IFL offensive lineman helping push him downfield. Frisco just outside the red zone. First down available at the 1. Felton inside the 5, and Felton is marked down at the 5. 6 more yards for him. A heavy dose of DeMarcus Felton. 3 carries, 19 yards. Played at Texas Tech in the same recruiting class as Patrick Mahomes. Shows you the talent level of that Texas Tech Red Raiders offense. This season, Felton, 571 rush yards, 22 rushing touchdowns. His head coach Clint Dolzell said he's just been so consistent this year. Hurd kept it that time. Hurd fighting for the goal line, and he will get about 3 yards, just a touch short of a first down available at the 1. Faked to Marquise Rogers, and Chucky Williams along with Martrell Spate there on the tackle. It's Dan Rodabaugh, the offensive coordinator for the Fighters in his first season. Talking things over with Gerard Hurd, former All-American quarterback out of high school. Played 49 games at Texas, 10 of them starter as a quarterback for the Longhorns. Hurd right up the middle, fighting through contact, and Gerard Hurd is marked just short. He's got a first down though. A fresh set of downs at the 1 foot line for Frisco. So a tough stop for one of the top defenses in the league in Massachusetts. The Pirates' scoring defense this year, first in the IFL. Opponents only averaging 33 a game. They're second against the run. So it's not like it's going to be easy here for Frisco to try and punch it in. Hurd lost the football, able to dive on it quickly at the 4-yard line. A near disaster as Malcolm J.D. Griggs for Massachusetts was in the area. Snap was right to him. Just a bit of trouble there for Gerard Hurd. Again, he's played a ton this season, but not as much at quarterback. When he did come in at quarterback, it would be in running situations. Maybe still getting used to being the QB. A lot of nerves in this game in the IFL semifinals. Hurd kept it again, trying to get around the edge, shows the speed, takes the lick, and he's in for the touchdown. Gerard Hurd earning every yard of that, and the Fighters are on the board first here in the semifinals. Chucky Williams laying the lumber to Hurd right at the goal line, but the shiftiness of Gerard Hurd pays off. As for the 4th time this season, he's in, rather 13th time this season, he's in with a rushing touchdown. 16 total TDs this year for Gerard Hurd. The extra point is up and good for Christoph Martinez. What a start for Frisco on the road. They take the ball first, march it down with a score.
It's hard to imagine all the information that's flying around the world today. YouTube, Zoom videos, photographs, data, that all transmits over fiber optic cable. Over the last 20 years, Phoenix has installed thousands of miles of fiber optic cable just in the New England region alone. It goes under the oceans, on the poles, in your buildings, under the streets you drive on. That means that fiber optic cable will most likely be coming to your home in the future, and Phoenix will probably install it.
Back in Worcester, Massachusetts, that's Boston there with the old State House. See that balcony there? That's where the Declaration of Independence was proclaimed. They signed it in Philadelphia, brought it to Boston a couple weeks later, proclaimed the Declaration from that balcony spot there in the old State House, among the new modern buildings in Boston. We're about an hour to the west here in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's spelled like Worcester, but you got to call it Worcester, otherwise the locals will get all over you. Laquiviante Gonzalez, one of the top returnmen in the IFL, showing the wheels, and he's up to the 20-yard line. All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Massachusetts offense. The Pirates' offense has really been buzzing as of late, firing on all cylinders. Alejandro Benefield, the first-year starting quarterback, second in the IFL, 39 passing touchdowns, a big player to watch in this group. Thomas Owens also a wideout to watch, first team All-IFL. He has 24 receiving TDs this year. Charles Williams for the Frisco defense, the big name to watch along that defensive line. Rod Miller, the head coach of the Bismarck Bucks, now joining us here on the broadcast as well. I'm Chris Clayton, as there's a run of just a few yards there for Justin Stockton. Rod, thanks for joining us. These are two teams that you're very familiar with. You've played both these teams, and you know all about the talent that these teams have, especially on defense.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded on defense. You know, they both have all the performers on both sides of the ball up front on the line. And so it's going to be a very good game up front because you win in the trenches. So they both loaded. So I'm interested to see how that goes this evening.
Frisco got the football first, marched down the field. Gerard Hurd is starting today at quarterback for the Fighters. He kept it on a keeper at the 4-yard line and got in for the score. Alejandro Benefield, the young quarterback for the Pirates. He was with the team last year, only played in 4 games. This year he's been the starter. He lofts it downfield, whole lot of contact, and a flag is down on the play on the incompletion.
And the defenders ran into each other as well, or down as well. They're getting up now.
Try and get signal here on what the penalty is.
Pass interference, defense number 2, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It's one thing they're going to do. They're going to try to challenge you up top, that's for sure.
Benefield looking to get it deep to Laquiviante Gonzalez. And the pass interference is called right at the top of your screen there on Khalil Williams for that grab on Gonzalez.
Yeah, like he was beating. You teach your DBs, you know, you don't want to get beat for a touchdown. So if you feel you're beat, just we'll take the pass interference instead of giving up 6 points.
What makes this Frisco defense so tough?
You know, they get pressure up front. You know, we got Williams on the defensive end and Goins at the nose. They get a good push, and that's where it starts from. If you can get a good push and make the quarterback uncomfortable, you can make plays.
They get a tackle for us
right off the bat.
There it is, right on cue. Malcolm Goings. Yep. Excuse me, that's Terrell Thompson.
Oh, it's a different one, yep, but it starts at nose. Like I said, that nose is the first point pressure you can get, you know, straight line A to B. So if you can get good pressure in the middle, it causes a lot of chaos, especially in the run game.
It's a loss of about 6 yards there for Stockton. 26 sacks this year for the defensive line. That's the best in the IFL for the Fighters.
Yeah, that's a lot of good sacks here, especially when you got a game where the ball comes out quickly.
Benefield going to have his hands full. He was really good in the first round last week, 11 of 15, 113 yards and 3 total touchdowns. They get those 6 yards back with Stockton.
It's a good game there, a good run game there. Like I said, you got to be able to do run and pass, mix in both, so we can get a good game like that. That's good for their offense.
So it's a 3rd and goal here at the 10-yard line for the Pirates. Again, Massachusetts last week with a win against Bismarck, 44-19. 9 straight wins for the Pirates.
Yeah, they're hot at the right time, and that's the thing about it. You know, you want to peak at the right time, but at the same time, you know, you got to look at that additional pressure to keep winning as well.
It's their first year in the Indoor Football League, coming over from the National Arena League. Benefield took a hit and threw an incompletion. He was looking to hit Thomas Owens there in the end zone.
Yeah, that pressure. He saw that coming right, the linebacker coming right at him, right down the middle. So that's what you want to do. Try to get that comfortable quarterback to get uncomfortable. Like we got a kicking situation here.
And you're right about that, Rod. Massachusetts is going to kick it. And what's interesting here is new kicker. It's Garrett Hartley, the former Super Bowl champion with the New Orleans Saints. Signed this week. He last played in the XFL last year. Josh Gable on the injured reserve. It's a pretty good guy to have.
Well, not a bad pickup when you get that guy that's a Super Bowl kicker. Yeah, I know they made the emergency kicker rule change. They made that. Actually, I think it was done last night. So
didn't work out though.
Didn't work well.
Off to the right, no good on the field goal. No good off to the right from Hartley in his first kick of the season.
And that's huge for Frisco. You know, in this game here, like I said, you want to get stops, and that's a stop.
They did just that. 7-0 in the semifinals.
Here's what's at stake for you in tonight's game.
Frisco gets the football back after a missed field goal by the Pirates. Gerard Hurd, the quarterback, kept it, taken down in the backfield.
He stayed at home.
Chucky Williams making the play in the backfield. So a loss of 2 on that play. Again, this Pirates defense struggled that last drive, but defensive coordinator Rayshon Kaiser really said the defense came together at the right time. During the 9-game winning streak, they started to play with confidence, started having a whole lot of fun. And you can see that the Pirates defense here this season. They go back on the ground, blowing up at the line of scrimmage.
That's one thing I will say. You know, Coach Kaiser is going to adjust to that, and if you're going to keep running the ball, they're going to find a way to stop the run. And if you can make that team one-dimensional and just run, that could be a long night for Frisco.
And that's actually what Rayshon Kaiser, the defensive coordinator, said. He said, we want to stuff the run, we want to stop DeMarcus Felton like they did here, and make Malik Henry beat them. But the Fighters elect to go with Gerard Hurd at quarterback, so kind of embracing the idea of, yeah, you want to try and stop us, we still want to run.
We're still going to run right. So that tells you goes to the scheme that he likes to do. He's going to run regardless who's behind center. 4th
in the league with about 80 rush yards per game. Deflected, picked, and a touchdown for the Pirates. Harlan Miller with the equalizer.
That makes it tough. When your defense can score points, that makes it tough.
How about that for an answer? A missed field goal, no problem off the deflection.
And they've been doing a good job of scoring points. I believe the last 3 or 4 games they've had interceptions for touchdowns. So when your defense can score, that does well for your team.
Harlan Miller now 6 INTs this year. He's 2nd in the Indoor Football League coming into this game. A first-team all-league selection in the right place at the right time. Hartley back out to try and redeem himself after missing a field goal. The extra point is no good. Pushed it off to the right, kicking a little bit different in the IFL, and Hartley struggling for his first couple of kicks. But how about the defense of the Pirates?
Yep.
Where you bank is a big decision. You want it to feel right. That's why Cornerstone Bank offers unlimited ATM surcharge rebates through our Right Checking program. Now you can make every ATM your ATM, anywhere in the U.S. You'll also enjoy other exclusive benefits like competitive rates and generous rewards. So if paying for what's yours is starting to feel wrong, it's time to choose right. Cornerstone Bank, built on trust.
The pressure on Gerard Hurd, deflected into the hands of Harlan Miller for the Pirates touchdown. 7-6 our score. The extra point no good by Hartley. Winner this game heads to the United Bowl next week to take on either the Arizona Rattlers or the Duke City Gladiators, who are also in action in the semifinals here this weekend. So now if you're Frisco, how do you try and settle Gerard Hurd back down at quarterback?
You know, you just have to realize, you take it one play at a time, and they have a short memory, and that play is over. You'll never get that play back, so now they just have to move forward and see how they bounce back. And I know, knowing Coach Dozell well and how he teaches, he's going to teach that short memory. So he's going to come back out like nothing ever happened and try to get a score here.
Malik Henry, we also expect to play today at quarterback at some point, but for now it's still Gerard Hurd, fresh off the interception. What an inaugural season for the Fighters. 10 wins in the regular season. As you see there, the most in IFL history for an expansion franchise. Now they have a chance to make the United Bowl. Hurd is taken down about a half yard in the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're trying to clamp down on the run here, and they're going to have to, at one point here, trying to put the ball over the top and try to get them, they're sitting low waiting for the run.
Looks like an entirely different defense. Ever since that first drive in which Frisco didn't complete a pass, they just marched it down the field. Pirates ramping it up defensively.
Yeah, they're trying to figure things out, and he's catching on to what they're trying to do, I think.
Rayshon Kaiser, the defensive coordinator for the Pirates. It's Dan Rodabaugh, the offensive coordinator for Frisco. Here's the throw on the right side. That's Marquise Hoodie Rogers. He'll only get a few. As Charles Williams, the defensive lineman, or excuse me, that was Arion Maxey Penton, who came all the way across to make the play.
Yep, so they elected to go with the screen there, but you know, in hindsight, that's the elected, you know, elongated run game as well, elongated run pass there. So
first completion for Gerard Hurd. Now that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 7-6 Fighters.
This Bud Light Seltzer lemonade is packed with lemonade flavor.
Yeah, it even has more flavor than my grandma's lemonade.
She still lives here, right?
Yeah, it even has more flavor than grandma's lemonade.
Oh, no.
Guess her hearing is better than we thought.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade. Packed with more flavor than grandma's lemonade.
Back in Worcester, Massachusetts, it's the IFL playoffs in our game of the week here on Stadium. Chris Clayton and Bismarck Bucks head coach Rod Miller here with you. Fans taking it in. What is a close game so far. Through one quarter of play, the Fighters marched it down the field in their first drive. Pirates' touchdown came on an interception return, and the two matchups in the regular season between these two teams were very close. July 3rd, it was a Massachusetts field goal that won the game at the Horn. Frisco won 40-33 in Worcester on June 12th. So both one-possession games. How much can you take from regular season matchups going into playoff games?
you know, one thing, you can go back and look at it, but like we preach, once you get to the playoffs, it's the second season. So everything you've done the first season doesn't matter. Everybody's 0-0 each week, and it's one and done. So they're going to play like there's no tomorrow.
Malik Henry is now the quarterback for the Fighters, and it's a delay of game on Malik Henry's first play.
Yeah, and that's one thing they've done off season. They've rotated quarterbacks most of the season. Even when they had the different quarterbacks, they still use the quarterback rotation.
Do you think that helps make these quarterbacks both more comfortable coming in off the bench onto the game?
Yeah, it gives you a chance to kind of see what's going on, and so that way you feel a little more comfortable and kind of see what you need to do.
Third and long, quick throw on the right, into the stands, incomplete on Malik Henry's first toss. Pirates defense recovering once again.
We got another kick situation.
So now out for the kick. Frisco looking to still put some points on the board. In fact, he had his man there towards the boards, just couldn't put it on the money.
Yeah, just a little off throw on that one there.
He's trying to hit Gerard Hurd. Here's Christoph Martinez out for the kick. It's a 44-yard field goal. The 44-yarder by Martinez is no good. Just missed it.
Yeah, and that's the key this here in this game here. That's going to be crucial. You know, you got to get stops. On the flip side, now you have to score once you get those stops. So that's going to be the key to this game. It's not who just gets the stops, who scores after they get the stops.
Martinez now 10 of 19 on field goals on the season. 10 of 19 is a pretty good mark in indoor football.
Yeah, that's a very good mark.
What percentage do you like your kickers to be at?
You know, ideally you teach a guy, especially when you're doing PATs, you want to be in 80, 85% range. Anything under the 25 and going in, you at least want to be 50% and better. Like I said, when you're 60%, it's like that. That's very good.
Right. Martinez meets that mark. He's up over 50% this year, even with that miss. But the Pirates get the football back. Still looking for some success on offense today. Benefield without a completion. He'll bomb it into the crowd.
That was good pressure up front on that series, on that drive there.
Souvenir for the fan.
Oh, yeah, they love souvenirs.
Oh, yeah. It's part of the staple of the Indoor Football League. All the souvenirs. And they did the right move there, passing it off to a kid.
Oh, yeah. Live to play another down. Don't take a sack, that's for sure.
And pressure on the quarterback, something you said, probably something we will say a lot today with Frisco. Benefield going to have defenders all over him. Head coach, or rather offensive coordinator Bones Bagante said Benefield, he stays late. He does everything necessary to be a great quarterback, a hard worker. In his first year as a starter, trouble in the end zone. It's loose. Bodies diving. Frisco thinks they have it for a touchdown. No signal yet.
Safety.
It's a safety. Recovered by the Pirates, but now the Fighters defense producing some points of their own.
Yeah, like we said, there's going to be the battle up front in the trenches. Like I said, they both got good players on both sides of the ball up front. It's going to be a battle.
Looked like Benefield tried to throw that ball. Williams tripped him up.
Oh, if he tried to throw it, that would be an incomplete pass.
Probably going to get, well, I'm not sure you can review who had possession. If he was down, it would still be a safety, I would assume.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to flip it forward and hit off the lineman's back, which you could look at, which could be.
It's Williams on the pressure.
And hits off the.
There is no foul on the field for intentional grounding because the ruling is a fumble.
There we go.
No intentional grounding, it's a fumble.
So here's the safety. Safety stand.
So give it 2 points to the Fighters. This is exactly what we advertise. Defense coming into this game. A defensive touchdown and a safety, and we're still early in the second quarter.
Yes. Like I said, it's going to come down to a defensive battle. I think, like you said, that's what's going to make the difference in this game is that defensive battle.
A lot of people
are going to challenge.
There's the challenge flag. Good call.
Yeah, they're going to challenge that was a pass with his arm going forward.
Sack number 27.
Challenging the ruling on the field of a fumble. The play is under further review.
So my question here, how would this change it being a safety or not?
If they rule that it's an incomplete pass, then that's going to be down ball, so it's going to go back to 2nd and 10. So that's what they were looking at to review. If it's a safety, then the safety would count as 2 points. If they say that it was a forward pass, incomplete pass, then it would be an incomplete pass and it would be a 2nd down, next down.
So it was a close play.
Right, because you can see him flicking forward. But the next thing comes into play is did it hit off his offensive lineman.
This is what the officials are looking at, by the way. You're wondering why it's looking like a quick, like you're holding down reverse watching Netflix. This is exactly what the officials are doing right now. So here's the officials live under the tent. This is exactly what they see. We're getting a live feed. Oh, this is the incorrect play. So down in the booth there, they're having some issues. They're looking at the wrong play. From what we saw, there we go. There's the play. Massachusetts tossing that flag. They're hoping this is an incompletion. Here we go.
Right here, his arm goes forward and he flicks it forward to try to be an incomplete pass. But what comes into question, I believe now, would be if that pass went forward, if it hits off that lineman, are they trying to rule that?
Now, would that not be intentional grounding in the end zone?
We just get because he does not an eligible receiver around him, so that could be coming to play as well.
That was my kind of what I was trying to get at with the initial question is if this is a forward pass, you could say it was intentional grounding, maybe throw the flag at that point?
You could, and if it's intentional grounding in the end zone, that's going to be a safety as well. So it depends on what they're going to call here. I think that running back is going to come into play.
Oh, yep.
But see, he's blocking, so that's going to be a question there.
Yeah, Justin Stockton, the eligible receiver, maybe in the area. But that's kind of the point, is the Pirates might win this challenge and still have a safety. If it's real that, hey, yeah, it was a forward pass, but it was also intentional grounding.
Because they're going to review everything.
It looked like Clint Dolzell, by the way, on the left of your screen, was trying to dive on the football himself.
I think Clint may have had a flashback.
He's all over. You coach with Clint Dolzell.
Yeah.
What's it like being around him and coaching with him?
You know, he's a very student to the game. I learned a lot working with Clint. He knows the game very well. He definitely knows time management. That's his biggest thing I learned from him is time management. If the game is close, it comes down to time management. He's going to probably have the upper hand because he's excellent at that.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Let's get the results of the challenge.
Further review, it was an incomplete forward pass. We have intentional grounding. Offense number 15. The penalty occurred in the end zone, resulting in a safety.
Congratulations, you won the challenge, and it's still a safety.
Yeah. Dude, that was going to come into play at that point there. They're going to review everything.
And you can see part of the coaching staff smiling a little bit there. They were right, but still grounded.
Right.
Well, I guess they get to keep their timeout, so there's that.
Right. Like I said, I think it came in the play. Was the running back was not in the play. He opposite of where he threw the ball, so that was the ground it came from. If he had been on the other side, it could have possibly been incomplete to him because he's in the area.
Yeah, I guess when you consider it like that, it was probably worth it to challenge for Massachusetts just in case Stockton was in the area. But 2 points for the Fighters, and the defensive war rolls on here into the second quarter. Chris Clayton and Bismarck Bucks head coach Rod Miller here with you on our IFL Game of the Week on Stadium. Winner of this game into the United Bowl next week against the Arizona Rattlers or the Duke City Gladiators. It's Clint Dolzell, the head coach for Frisco. Garrett Hartley, some early kicking struggles for the Pirates. He's missed a field goal and an extra point. Kickoff went out of bounds as well. What's the biggest adjustment for a kicker going from outdoor kicking to indoor kicking?
It's definitely the narrowness of it. Right. Those goalposts are very narrow, so when you look at that, a kicker looks like, okay, we got to get pinpoint accurate. So when you look at what you're looking here, you're looking at kicking dead on the middle of an outdoor goalpost, so you can have a lot of variation. So that's the biggest adjustment there, and just keeping the ball in the play.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's a dumb question. The uprights are half the size, so that makes it tough. A little bit of a squib kick and a nice return for Frisco, Joel Dolery. As Joel Dolery, the defensive back, gets it into Massachusetts territory.
Yeah, they're going to start with excellent field position here.
A little bit of extracurriculars after the whistle.
A taunting. There we go. It's going to be a taunting foul. Threw the ball to the defender.
And the officials have been very strict on taunting all year. So I've got to give them credit for their consistency here this season.
Oh, yes, that I do know very well.
Your players would never taunt.
No, not mine.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, receiving team number 22, half the distance of the goal, first down.
So that was the return man, Joel Dolery. We got a great shot of it here. Look at Dolery, 22, with the football. Bink.
Those are just silly things you can't have. As a coach, that drives you nuts. That's totally unnecessary, uncalled for.
That's Darren Carrington, who was hit in the face with the ball. So I guess give credit to Carrington there drawing the penalty.
Yeah.
Fighters still with Gerard Hurd at quarterback. Malik Henry came in and threw one pass. Hurd so far rushing for a couple yards. 1 for 2 through the air for 3 yards, but does have an interception as well. Most importantly, his team's got the lead, and Hurd taken down again for a loss. The Mass defense is just dominating the run right now.
Yeah, their game plan is definitely to try to establish the run here, and they are, Massachusetts figuring that out, and they're playing stomp. When you see they're trying to run the game, they're just going to hold tight. They're not going to get upfield. They're just going to sit there and read and run.
It's a Mass defense this year, second in the IFL against the run, second against the pass. First in scoring defense. Defensive coordinator Rayshon Kaiser said once they understood the defense, they started to just play fast. They all know where to be. They play with tenacity. Incompletion downfield there by Gerard Hurd.
Yeah, you always play faster when you know what you're doing, that's for sure.
That's got to be part of the struggles sometimes, is staying healthy and keeping the same unit of guys defensively to get everybody on the same page.
It is, and that's one thing they've been blessed with. They had pretty much the same defense the whole season. So if you can get guys that are already good athletes and good players.
Yeah, and Coach Kaiser coming into this game said we're about 90% healthy, which we're very fortunate to feel that way. Not everybody can say the same in the Indoor Football League.
Very much so.
Henry fires to the boards. It's complete. That's Bryce Wilkerson on the catch. Got about 10, but short.
2 yards short, looks like.
So again, that was Malik Henry who came in for that throwing situation.
They're going to go for it.
And again, you still have a chance here. Get out your phones, scan the QR code in the top left portion of your screen, and you can vote now for which team you think will advance to the United Bowl. Which team will advance to the United Bowl is our next question here. We'll have more opportunities to vote here in our interactive broadcast on Stadium as the game rolls along. 4th and short for Gerard Hurd Actually, that's Malik Henry, and he's going downfield for the end zone. Too much.
He had a step, it's overthrew him.
He had Wilkerson for a score. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
And again, this is going to be the key, like I talked about earlier. Once you get a stop, being able to score after you get the stop, that's going to be difference in this game. Massachusetts needs to capitalize here if they're trying to put a footprint in this game.
Well, those that voted using the QR code on their screen, the question was, what will be the difference? Offense, defense, or special teams? 50% that offense will be the difference in this game. 35% defense, 15% special teams.
Yeah, you know, if you would have asked me earlier, I would tell you mine was 50-50. It's going to be 50% offense, 50% defense. Yep. Getting that stop and scoring after you get that stop, that's going to be the key difference in this game. That could have been a penalty there.
And it is.
Too many people in motion.
The officials are busy here in the second.
Offense, 3 players in motion, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
So that's the second penalty now against Massachusetts. 3 of them so far on Frisco. This team's middle of the road in terms of penalties this season. Massachusetts 7th, Frisco 5th in the IFL in penalty yards per game. What a year for Benefield. In his first year as a starter, 56 touchdowns.
They're in eligible formation right now. And there they go.
Almost drew another penalty.
Almost back-to-back.
Benefield pressured for the end zone for Rogers. That's a flag. Easy call in the end zone. Servell Ford will be tagged with a pass interference.
We got a flag in the backfield too.
Oh yeah. Multiple flags for multiple penalties. Bit of a conference between our officials to work this one out. Get a good look at it here. Benefield looking for Hoodie Rogers and Servell Ford. Just didn't see the football till the last second.
Yeah, you put the ball. That's definitely an obvious pass interference there, and it looks like it. We're having some discussion about the back here.
And it could be. There's a flag way back at the 19. We wait for
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the defense. Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. Defense number 11. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense number 4. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Ouch. Tough play for Frisco. The Pirates offense deep into Frisco territory now for the first time this game.
Yep. So now they got to see if they smell blood and see if they're going to attack and try to score here.
So that's now 4 penalties against the Fighters. Not even halfway through this second quarter.
Yeah, definitely don't want to make a bunch of penalties in a game like this.
And the officials have been busy here in this second quarter.
First and goal from the 8-yard line.
This is an area where they like to go to Owens down here.
Thomas Owens leads the league in receiving touchdowns. They go to the ground, left side. Stockton at the goal line. Touchdown! Power running by Justin Stockton.
That's what they needed. They needed to get a score off of that turnover.
5 6-pounders.
For Stockton, it's a 14-yard rushing touchdown that time. Actually, excuse me, making a 9-yard rushing touchdown on the left side as he got to the goal line, pushed up to the boards, just able to reach over for the score.
Nice physical run.
Stockton now with 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Garrett Hartley boots it through that time. First Indoor Football League made kick for Hartley. Stockton putting the Pirates back ahead at home in the semifinals.
Looking for financial advice and personalized service regardless of wealth? Then open an online account today at berkshirebank.com. Our simple opening process takes just a few minutes. Once complete, you can sign up to all of our flexible banking tools from mobile banking, online banking, and our branchless My Banker concierge banking service. Come see what it means to bank with a socially responsible bank that doesn't base the quality of service on the size of your wallet. Get started today at berkshirebank.com.
It's the IFL Game of the Week here on Stadium. Second to last IFL broadcast of this season, as next week we'll have the United Bowl. Winner of this game will be in that United Bowl next Sunday against either the Arizona Rattlers or the Duke City Gladiators. Garrett Hartley fresh off the made extra point to put the Pirates back up 13-9. Former New Orleans Saints Super Bowl champion kicker squibs it again, and it's Joel Dolery approaching midfield, still on his feet. Dolery. And that's where sometimes it's a danger zone to get stripped, but he's marked at the 21-yard line.
Yep, I can get someone down over here. But that is one thing that he's going to have to do. He's going to definitely have to try to get more depth on those kicks. You know, if you keep kicking the ball to midfield every time, you're going to give them great field position to start every possession.
They go to Dolery back-to-back.
Got Malik Henry coming back.
And yep, Malik Henry back in at quarterback. So far, Henry 1 for 3 through the air for 10 yards. Missed a couple throws. He's been thrusting the game in throwing situations.
Yeah, he's had some open throws that he missed. You know, guys that are open, he's rushing his throws. He's had to get comfortable and settled. Doesn't look too comfortable right now.
In his rookie season in the Indoor Football League, fumble picked up by the Pirates. That's Khalid Wooten and Massachusetts with the ball back at the 11-yard line.
Defense rises again. Like I said before, you get these stops, it's going to be the difference in this game. If you can get stops and then capitalize off of those stops, that's going to make a difference. If they can do this back-to-back, they're going to start opening up the doors a little bit here against Frisco by these turnovers and getting scores.
How about this Massachusetts defense? Already with a pick six. Now they're able to pick up a fumble. Frisco offense took the ball, marched it right down the field on their first drive of the game. Since then, the Massachusetts defense has been dominant.
They're definitely rising to the top right now.
See, that scoring defense has been elite this season. Today they've forced 2 turnovers as well. Massachusetts defense has held their last 3 opponents to 19 points or less. An incredible mark in the Indoor Football League. Benefield for the end zone. In stride, Laquiviante Gonzalez for the touchdown and a flip.
Doesn't change the possession. You try to go up top and get a score, and that's exactly what they did.
They made it look easy on that play.
Yeah, there was a little miscommunication in the backfield there because he slid wide open and nobody went with him.
Just able to keep himself in. Gonzalez, one of the top weapons in the Indoor Football League. They give him the ball on the ground. They throw to him. Great return man. That is his 10th receiving touchdown of the season. Hartley. Back-to-back on his extra points, and the Pirates have rattled off 14 unanswered. They take a 20-9 lead in the semifinals. Beautiful Boston, Massachusetts. About an hour east of Worcester, Massachusetts, where we are. It's been a fantastic community for the Massachusetts Pirates. The fans are on hand, getting behind this team. 2019 and 2018, the Pirates played in the National Arena League, the NAL, where they had success making it to the NAL semifinals. This is their first season in the Indoor Football League, and they've had a lot of success. Both these teams are new in the IFL and on the brink of the United Bowl. Hoodie Rogers back there, the return man, taken down at the 15-yard line.
A little better kick there, getting a little back so they won't start so close to midfield, so that was better kick there for them. So now we just got to see. They have to come out and answer. Frisco has to answer right now.
First and 10 Frisco from their own 15-yard line.
So the quarterback situation, something to monitor in this game. It's Malik Henry back at the helm at quarterback. Looks a little bit out of sorts so far today. He's 1 for 3 for 10 yards so far.
Good penalty. False start there, lineman.
And these are piling up now for the Fighters. This will be their 5th.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That's on Mayate Ohema.
You see what you do there.
First team All-IFL offensive lineman. You get the sense now the crowd is starting to have an impact on this game too.
Yes, that 9th man is starting to kick in, and it does make a difference because it does get loud here, and they crank the music awfully loud as well, which does a distraction.
Good crowd here at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. 1st and 15, Henry guns over the middle of the field. A first down, not a first down, or I should say, over the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 6 yards there to Hoodie Rogers.
They're going to have to find a way to pass the ball because they can't just keep running the ball. And then, of course, when you're getting down, 2 and 3 possessions, that run game is not going to help you a lot trying to run every play. So they're going to have to find a way to pass the ball.
That was actually Bryce Wilkerson on the reception that time. His 2nd catch of the game now. And for Frisco this year, 5th in the IFL, about 135 pass yards per game. It's a tough Pirates defense today. On the near side, blown up on the reception by DeMarcus Felton. Gain of a yard. Martrell Spate, a tough linebacker, coming downhill for the big-time hit.
Yeah, he's a very good linebacker. He's all over the field. I know Coach Kaiser was glad to have him back healthy, and when he's healthy, he does make a difference.
He's the reigning IFL Defensive Player of the Week. 6 tackles and a sack last week, a huge part of this Pirates defense. Henry does have back-to-back completions, maybe getting a little bit more comfortable. 3 of 5 through the air now. Throws, and he's got the first down. A quick timing route, and Wilkerson, a favorite target today, pulled it in for 12 yards.
And they needed that completion. Just for confidence purposes, they needed some play like that.
What do you see out of Malik Henry from what you've seen from him this season and his potential as a quarterback?
He has the potential. You just have to learn to make those throws. That's the biggest thing for these quarterbacks, understanding the angles and making the proper throws.
They're really excited about his throwing ability. They said he can really sling it. Like you said, just trying to learn the intangibles of the game here in the IFL.
Yeah, and that's the key to it. You got to learn how to throw it because you can't throw everything as a bullet. You got to learn touch. I mean, if you really want to see a quarterback that can sling the ball and does well, watch the game tomorrow night. You watch Nate Davis. You're talking about somebody that can throw that ball that's accurate. He's a very good quarterback.
79 passing touchdowns this year for Nate Davis. Trying to pull off an upset with the Gladiators against the Rattlers in the semifinals tomorrow. 2nd and 11. Henry batted away. What a play. Diving effort by Khalid Wooten.
That was a good defensive play there.
He had the fumble recovery earlier. Former 6th-round draft pick in the NFL back in 2013 out of Nevada.
He flies around. He's one of those guys that's all over the place as well.
4th in the IFL this year. Now he has 15 pass breakups this season. Malik Henry forced into a throwing situation again. Intercepted. The overthrow, and Santos Ramirez has the pick. And a great return across the 20.
Yeah, that pass definitely got away from him, and it definitely floated that one. And like I said, now we got another taunting call here. It's going to be against Frisco. Against Massachusetts.
The emotions are flaring up here. Ramirez in the right place at the right time. That's his third interception of the season.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 24, the intercepting team, his first of the game. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Massachusetts.
So both teams having issues. Penalties. 5 penalties on Frisco, 3 on the Pirates.
Yeah, and those are the penalties you don't want to get. Like I said, things that have totally nothing to do with anything. You know, that's walking away, going to the huddle, taking your helmet off and taunting. It has nothing to do with anything that just happened. That's what makes you mad as a coach.
I was going to say, those are probably real frustrating.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
That's usually when you see players getting talked to, I should say, yelled at by their coach.
Yeah, and that's where we get gray hairs as coaches.
So the Pirates get the football back. They've forced 3 turnovers now. 2 picks and a fumble. In the first half still, Benefield takes a big hit, looking for Owens. Incomplete. No flag on the lick there at the goal line. No, there is a flag down. Yep. Blended in with the line, it's at the 5. Good catch. And Benefield is a bit shaken up too.
Personal foul, roughing the passer with targeting. Defense number 58, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that's Donald Lewis, one of the top defensive linemen for the Fighters. Head coach Clint Dolzell said he's really unheralded opposite Charles Williams, a great pass rusher. Actually, they got the wrong number. That was on Jacques Boudreau, the linebacker who rushed free down the middle.
Yeah, when he came scot-free and took that shot.
Boudreau missed last week's game. He's back in the lineup, committing the penalty there. The 6th against Frisco.
They definitely don't want to commit penalties like this in a game like this.
That is a 1-minute warning.
And it's a 1-minute warning here in Worcester, Massachusetts, where the Pirates defense is dominating, leading them to a 20-9 lead.
Whether your team is your family, your business, or your employees, staying connected is crucial. You can depend on the Cross Insurance family.
Very good.
To provide the best insurance solutions for you. We've got your team protected. Visit crossagency.com today.
Pirates defense has forced 3 Frisco turnovers, dominated the game and leading Massachusetts to a 20-9 lead here in the IFL playoff semifinals on Stadium. Chris Clayton and Bismarck Bucks head coach Rod Miller here with you from Worcester, Massachusetts. The Pirates, the first season in the Indoor Football League, coming over from the NAL, would be their first championship game in organization history. They can come away with a win here over Frisco. They go up the middle to Stockton. Nowhere to go for him. A yard, and that's it for Justin Stockton.
That was a good stop there for them.
First charge, timeout, Frisco.
And under a minute, Frisco's going to take a timeout. The Fighters are hoping they'll get the football back here in the first half. Gang tackling for Frisco. That's the coaching staff for Massachusetts talking things over. You see Bones Bagante there, the offensive coordinator on the right for Massachusetts. He's a young coach. He's in his first year as the offensive coordinator. He was a coach and a player for Massachusetts a few years ago.
Yeah, and Bones has played for me before, and he was a very intelligent player. And I think that's why his transition to coaching is a smooth one, because he was always that type of player. He knew what everybody was doing, what he was supposed to do. He always had suggestions and insight, so that really boded well for him becoming a coach.
What's interesting is while he was a player coach, he set 2 Pirates records as a receiver. Touchdowns in a game and all-purpose yards per game over the course of a season. He was pulling double duty. Now he's strictly a coach, and he said he has loved it so far, being promoted mid-season to offensive coordinator. Laquiviante Gonzalez takes a big hit. A couple of yards, and that's it. Another Frisco does take a timeout here. The Fighters forcing a third down situation using their second timeout. Campbell Travel, the official travel agency of the Indoor Football League. And Campbell Travel also serves as the sponsor of the IFL on Stadium You Make the Call sweepstakes. Throughout the regular season, fans have won great prizes for their correct predictions. Now, we're very happy to announce the grand prize winner, a trip for two to the United Bowl, Wilson Grooms. Wilson Grooms, congratulations, from Lakeland, Florida, from the IFL on Stadium, and Campbell Travel. He is the winner, Wilson Grooms.
Congratulations to him.
He's going to the United Bowl. We don't know where it's going to be for sure.
No, but nothing like a free vacation.
That's right. No doubt. We got a couple semifinals here in the IFL this weekend. This is the first. And then tomorrow.
That's going to be a good one tomorrow.
Yep.
And we talked about Nick Davis, but Drew Powell's one heck of a quarterback as well.
Powell, the Arizona Rattlers QB. The Rattlers, the #1 seed coming into this playoffs. On third down, Benefield looking to run. He'll be stopped short, and there's a flag down too. Jacques Boudreau with a big-time tackle, talking some trash as well.
It looked like somebody had a hands to the face. I couldn't tell who, but it kind of looked like that from the angle that I saw.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, defense number 99, half distance to the goal, automatic first down.
It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
Right, when you see those hands up high, you know there's no one place he could be going, but I kind of saw that because it was in the middle of the field, so it was pretty obvious. I just didn't know who it was.
7 penalties now against the Fighters.
Personal foul penalties, no first hand that they can hurt you, and that's what you definitely don't want, especially late in the draw like this. I know that's Eaton clean up because he's trying to get the ball back and save some time, but you know those penalties that go against you.
Yeah, without that penalty, it would have been a 4th down. Frisco could have used their timeout, had a chance with the ball, but
so now they can actually run the ball down and get the last score before half.
So ideally for Massachusetts, you run this clock to almost 0 and punch it in for a touchdown too. First and goal at the 8. Benefield, 1 passing touchdown already. Lobbed it up for Darren Carrington, bit too high and incomplete.
That's what you want to do. Is say, now you got it down to 13 seconds. Like I said, you got the ball last. You want to be able to score it. You don't give them any time to do anything with that.
Bones Bagante and the head coach Patrick Pass for Massachusetts. Coach Pass actually coaches from above, from the box. He's not down on the field. So his assistants help him out in game management.
Yeah, they do. He has some good ones working for him. So, you know, he's one of the head coaches, like look down, you know, get the overview and let the 2 young guns, you know, make the calls and do things like that as well. So
they are young coaches, a first-year defensive coordinator and a first-year offensive coordinator for the Pirates, but it has paid off big time this season. One of the top teams in the league. 20-9 the score. Pirates looking to punch in for a little bit more. Second and goal, closing seconds of the first half. Benefield, guns, too high for Thomas Owens. Those two have such a great connection. 24 receiving touchdowns this year for Owens. That's a rare miss between those two.
Yeah, that's a rare one. You know, I wish that would have happened last week, but but no, they have a very good chemistry between those two. And like I said, you know, that's his go-to guy. It's a little high there, but you know, they're gonna trust me. They're gonna try to come back to it.
Yeah, Owens had 2 receiving touchdowns last week in the first-round win over your Bucks. And similar to last week, the Pirates are again off to a strong lead. They led 24-7 through the first 3 quarters last week. Now they're up 20-9 here late in the second against the Fighters. It's third and goal now. A lot of pressure, and he'll just throw it away. By the way, our latest QR code vote, last update, we have 69% of folks thought the Frisco Fighters were going to advance to the United Bowl, compared to 31% for Massachusetts. So the Pirates are proving the world wrong right now.
You know, there's one thing about this, kind of a little misconception. The Pirates are new to this league, but if you look at their roster, they have a lot of, second and third year players and veteran players. I think they only have like 6 guys that are first year players as compared, Frisco has 20 first year guys. So that's kind of a little misconception. They are new, but they're not new.
There's Garrett Hartley.
Nice in the kicker.
Clinton Dolzell going to make Hartley think about it. It could be tough to ice a 35-year-old kicker like Garrett Hartley. You kicked at Oklahoma, played in the NFL 8 seasons. Hartley actually has the NFL record for most consecutive made field goals to start your career. He made his first 16 field goals in the NFL.
Wow, that's something I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very good start.
Not a great start to this game for him.
Right.
But back in the late 2000s.
Trust me, he's looking at that goalpost right now, wishing it was a little double the size. But you'll see what he does right now.
He's saying, where's the rest of the upright? He missed his first field goal and first extra point in this game. Since then, he's knocked through an extra point. So this here will be a 25-yard field goal by Garrett Hartley. And that is pure. He has found his stroke right down the middle to end the first half. The Massachusetts Pirates, hungry for a United Bowl appearance. They lead Frisco 23-9 at the half here in Worcester in our IFL Game of the Week on Stadium. Dolzell won 2 Arena Football League championships as a head coach of the Philadelphia Soul. He's the 2019 AFL Coach of the Year with the Soul as well. Now in the Indoor Football League as head coach of the Fighters, his team needs to make a comeback as we start off the second half here in Worcester, Massachusetts. Christoph Martinez kick goes out of bounds off to the right side.
That's not a good start.
Good catch there. He's got popcorn and a football now. Yep. By the way, our QR code vote from earlier on giving fans the opportunity to vote on who they think will advance to the United Bowl. 65% of fans thought Frisco was going to win this game. Yep. Maybe those were Fighters fans, but right now Massachusetts is proving them wrong.
Yeah, they are. And I was wrong. I stand corrected. They have the ball. Massachusetts has the ball first. They have to get a stop here. They, like I said, they cannot give up a touchdown here.
You see Benefield's numbers not the best. 1 of 7 through the air. His 1 completion, a touchdown. It's been the defense of the Pirates. It's winning them this game, and the run game of Justin Stockton still on his feet. Tough running from Stockton down to the 10-yard line. A 19-yard run by Stockton right out of the gate.
That's how you can start off a half. That was a good pickup right there. Start off with, anytime you can get 5 or 6, but you get 19, you can't ask for anything better.
Stockton now 6 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown. He was contained last week against your Bucks. He had 7 carries for 13 yards. Starting to break it open a little bit today. They go right back to him. Slips through the hole, and he's got a nice little 4-yard gain there.
Like they might have an injury to one of the offensive linemen here on the wall here.
Yeah, it's Marquise Lucas, who is shaken up for Frisco on the near side along the boards. He's gimpy, slow going back to his own bench. So they're bringing a reserve lineman here. It's Kendall Baker. There's big 73 coming in there for the Pirates.
Yeah,
Baker
started for them earlier in the year.
Yeah, he's a player that they've been able to lean on in his first year with the squad, but was a big part of Georgia winning the Rose Bowl. Played 4 out of 5 positions in 2018 with the Bulldogs back in college. Some depth on the O-line for Massachusetts. Toss play. Right back to Stockton. And he's tripped up. Combination there of Khalil Williams and Cam Hilton for the Fighters on the tackle.
That was a good stop for them.
A no gain there for Stockton. Already 3 carries this drive. Are you surprised Massachusetts has this lead with only completing 1 pass?
You think so, but when you look at the turnover they had, when they had the pick 6 for interception, they had the short fumble. So when you look at that aspect, it makes it surprising in the way he's running the ball. But yeah, with just 1 completion, you wouldn't think that, but those other factors came into play as well.
Benefield, the second-year player with Massachusetts, played college football at Chattanooga. Second-team all-conference there. He'll throw for the end zone. The lofting pass is pulled in by Thomas Owens.
That combination strikes, like I said earlier, they're going to come back to it. Just because he overthrew it, they're not going to get away from it.
A misconnection between those two earlier. That time, T.O. pulls it in, his 25th receiving touchdown of the season, second in the Indoor Football League.
That was a big play for them, and for Frisco, that's something they did not want to happen, so they really have to respond to the bell right now.
So how about that? 2 completions for Benefield, both for touchdowns.
Can't be any better percentage than that.
It's a good QB rating. Garrett Hartley back out to kick through the extra point. And he's starting to get it going after missing his first couple. 30 on the board for the Pirates against one of the best defenses in the league all year. Massachusetts, Alejandro Benefield rolling right now. Let's take a look now at our fan of the game choices. We have 3 fans for you to vote on. You can head on to @Stadium on Twitter, and vote for your choice. This is our first choice. Fan number 1, it's a 3-for-1 there. They're in synchronicity. They're practicing the drum line there.
Oh yeah, they're getting ready. They're making noise.
There's fan number 2. He's plugging his kid's ears. It's a little bit loud in here. Fan number 2 sticking it out. He's got a big football there. And there is fan number 3, bringing the noise for the Pirates.
And trying to get a prize at the same time.
There we go. Good catch. He's got the shirt, and he's a choice to vote on Twitter @Stadium. Vote for your favorite choice. We'll announce the winner later on. A lot of fun for Massachusetts fans.
Oh yeah, fans love it when you're winning. They love that good time and cheer. It makes it a lot more enjoyable.
The Pirates rolling in to these playoffs with 9 consecutive wins. Dollery gets across midfield, takes a lick. Good field position though for Frisco.
That is one thing that's a negative for them right now. Like I said, is those kickoffs. They're not getting too far past midfield, and they're leaving them a good opportunity to get field position, but they have to capitalize on it, which they haven't thus far.
How important is this drive for Frisco, not just for their offense, but for their hopes of winning this game?
It's very important. They have to score this drive. Like I said, it has to be a touchdown, not a field goal. And if they come away here with any points and Massachusetts go down and score off of this, that would be a huge dagger. So they have to score a touchdown here.
Malik Henry back in at quarterback, guns to the boards and completes it to Hoodie Rogers. Henry now with his 5th completion. That time it goes for about 8 yards. He's now 5 of 9 through the air. So Gerard Hurd started the game at quarterback. Frisco marched it right down the field their opening drive of the game, running the football. Hurd threw a pick 6, and Henry's got a chance now.
Yeah, I think now they have to pass the ball, and I think between the two, he's a better passer. So I think that's what Clinton's going to roll with, the guy that can deliver the ball.
He's got the arm strength as he completes it to Wilkerson inside the red zone.
Something in the line.
The flag comes flying in.
Offense number 25 was outside the alley when he threw the block. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So an illegal block, below the waist, outside the box that time.
And that's what they can't have. Like I said previous, every play going forward this half has to be a positive play. You can't have the negative plays that are going to hurt them.
Yep.
It's cutting outside the box, so it has to be inside the box.
Can you explain what the box is for fans?
For fans to know, when the linebackers come in, you basically have to cut within that alley between those two A gaps. You can't cut outside when he's already going outside unless you're engaged right at the line of scrimmage.
Just outside the tackle box, and it's penalty number 8 on Frisco. Huge difference in this game, along with those turnovers. A lot of pressure. Henry scrambling, throwing, and he missed him. Made the right decision, just couldn't hit Felton.
He's been a little off target this game thus far, so, and then trying to throw on the run makes it a little harder too.
Dan Rodabaugh, the offensive coordinator, former Philadelphia Soul quarterback, trying to figure things out here.
Yeah, they're definitely in a situation, they have to, we're going to have to start passing the ball. But, one good thing for them, Philly, they threw the ball a lot. So I'm sure he has some good pass plays. He can dial up when he needs them.
Rodabaugh actually played for Clint Dolezal as QB for the Soul for 10 years. A trusted quarterback under Dolezal. Becoming the OC this year. Henry throwing downfield. He's got it inside the 5.
That was a good ball.
Henry put it on the money to Manny Arsenault.
That's the momentum that they needed right there. That was a good ball. Now they have to capitalize here.
25 yards on the completion that time. Arsenault has been a favorite target this year. 39 receptions this season, 376 yards. Felton taken down in the backfield. That's Deshaun Downey. In his first season, a speed rusher coming off the edge.
Down here, they know they like to get the ball fouled, and I'm sure somebody's spying him and going straight after the running back here.
Loss of about 3 yards there on the play. Crucial opportunity here for the Fighters, sticking with Malik Henry at quarterback. Have Gerard Hurd as an option in this area as well. Henry lofts, knocked away, incomplete. Santos Ramirez in coverage. Remember, Ramirez had that interception earlier.
Yep, think about here, everybody knows, the closer you get to the end zone, that playbook condenses and the windows get smaller. So he's going to have to make a play here. He's going to have to be accurate and be on point.
Are you surprised maybe they didn't bring in Gerard Hurd here, try and punch it in on the ground?
I would think so, but the success they have with the run, they probably would tee that and target on that. I think leaving him in here makes you have to think run or pass.
I guess it's easy for me to say sitting up here.
No, you got a general idea.
3rd and goal and a timeout by...
Yeah, that game clock was about to expire.
I don't think Malik Henry, the young quarterback, saw it. Dan Rodabaugh takes the TO. Knowing the importance of this play here on 3rd and goal. When we come back, a crucial opportunity for the Frisco offense.
It's hard to imagine all the information that's flying around the world today. YouTube, Zoom videos, photographs, data, that all transmits over fiber optic cable. Over the last 20 years, Phoenix has installed thousands of miles of fiber optic cable just in the New England region alone. It goes under the oceans, on the poles, in your buildings, under the streets you drive on. That means that fiber optic cable will most likely be coming to your home in the future, and Phoenix will probably install it.
3rd and goal for the Fighters. A 21-point deficit on the road here in the IFL semifinals. Malik Henry, the young quarterback, tosses it off. Felton meanders through and gets in for the score.
That was a nice call there, nice little screen.
Caught the defense off guard, and Malik Henry with his first passing touchdown of the game.
And that was crucial. They needed a touchdown here.
Felton, a dual threat running back, a second-team All-IFL selection. With his 3rd receiving touchdown of the season. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He had a rushing touchdown earlier. Christoph Martinez knocks through the extra point. Nice answer for Frisco. Very much in striking distance now, within 14 here midway through the third. The Fighters march it down the field and go Henry to Felton for the touchdown.
That was crucial. So now they have to come out and get another stop and try to get another score to get themselves back in this game.
And it's an important game at that. And our IFL Game of the Week on Stadium here in the semifinals this week. Next week, it's a big one. It's the United Bowl. The winner of this game will play for a championship. It'll be Sunday, September 12th, right here on Stadium. The winner of this game will face either Arizona or Duke City, who play tomorrow. So, beautiful look there at the Custom House Tower in Boston, Massachusetts. Good experience here in the Northeast. Plenty to do in the area. And that includes going to a Mass Pirates game. An awesome crowd on hand. They've been energetic and into this game and making a difference.
Yep, that man's going to come into play.
Trying to root on their team into making a championship. Martinez will kick it away. Laquiviante Gonzalez, one of the best return men in the IFL. Good coverage that time. That's someone that Bones Bagante pointed out as someone that's won the Pirates games this year. His ability to return the football and put them in good field position has won Massachusetts in football games.
Yeah, it has, and that makes a big difference. When your offense does have to start backed up, and you said when you're not, inside your 5 and you're here at midfield or close to midfield, that gives you a full playbook. So that's something that's been big for them. They put them in great positions.
So the Pirates back out on the field. Alejandro Benefield, 2 completions, both of them touchdowns. One from 11 yards out and one from 7 yards out. They'll go back to Stockton. Burst through the hole into Frisco territory. The stiff arm and the powerful finish to the 8-yard line. 24-yard run by Justin Stockton.
That's something that had to tighten up. Think about it, the last 2 drives, the first run was 19, this one was 24, so he's starting to get a little rhythm.
His longest run of the game so far. Tackle made there by DeMarcus Wilson and Khalil Williams. Stockton's longest run of the season, 29 yards. He almost surpassed that on that play.
Got a timeout.
The Pirates wanted a reset of the play clock. They will not get it. They're forced to burn a timeout. 1st and goal answering the Frisco drive as the Pirates get it right back down the other way.
Yep, didn't take long, and that's what you don't, as Frisco, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to give them another quick score.
The Pirates trying to get some cushion here in the semifinals. That's at the Wharf in Boston. Legal Seafoods. We actually had an opportunity, our crew yesterday, to check out Legal Seafoods there on the Wharf.
I'm kind of jealous because I'm thinking I would come here, going to get it early enough, try to get a nice lobster on the East Coast, and didn't make it in time. So I'm kind of jealous right now.
Not yet, at least. You still have time.
Yeah, that's true too.
And there's the rotunda at the Harbor Walk. Plenty of sights, scenes to see in Boston. Beautiful weather here right now as well, in Worcester and in Boston, Massachusetts. First and goal for the Pirates. This is where Benefield has been dangerous through the air. This time he'll run, and he's down to the 3. Charles Williams on the tackle from behind. Benefield, I don't think Benefield liked how he twisted his leg that time.
No, he didn't. They're chipping about it right now. And he might have got a little twist at the bottom, you know. As a defender, you're going to do that sometimes. Try to get a little edge. You can see
it's like an alligator.
Yeah.
It's a death roll.
Yeah, death roll. That's it.
Benefield picks up 5. Hasn't done a lot of running today. Maybe that's why. Doesn't want to take too many hits.
Yeah, trying to keep himself upright. Like I said, let the other guys make plays. You know, as a quarterback, you want, you know, 3rd down and 4th down to be their down. The other 2 downs, you know, put in the hands of your playmakers, let them make plays.
Here's the 2nd and goal. Back to Stockton. Second touchdown for Justin Stockton.
Yeah, their run game is starting to get a little rhythm in this half here.
Yeah, his line made that one look easy. Stockton punches it in from 3 yards out. He now has 10 carries, 61 yards, and a couple of scores. What a season for Stockton. 11 rushing touchdowns this year with a couple receiving touchdowns as well.
Yeah, he's playing a big role in this game tonight.
Garrett Hartley, former New Orleans Saint kicker, back out to kick the extra point. And he's got it again. Starting to get into rhythm. We get a little bit of a skirmish at the line. They break it up. Massachusetts breaking up the scoreboard now up to 37-16 lead.
Where you bank is a big decision. You want it to feel right. That's why Cornerstone Bank offers unlimited ATM surcharge rebates through our Right Checking program. Now you can make every ATM your ATM, anywhere in the U.S. You'll also enjoy other exclusive benefits like competitive rates and generous rewards. So if paying for what's yours is starting to feel wrong, it's time to choose right. Cornerstone Bank, built on trust.
The Bunker Hill Memorial Bridge just outside the TD Garden for this Boston Celtics play here in Massachusetts. The IFL playoffs, the 2021 semifinals, the Frisco Fighters and the Massachusetts Pirates. Here in Worcester, a 37-16 lead. Pirates over the Fighters. Hartley with a squib kick. And here's Hoodie Rogers back at his own 5-yard line. Got a couple blocks.
Yep, a good return.
Lost his helmet. Took a hit, some more frustration. Tempers from both teams starting to flare a little bit out there.
Yeah, it's one of those games where they know, you win, you go on, you lose, you go home. So there is no tomorrow. So you're going to expect some scrappiness, and guys will come out and play because you know what's at stake. You know, you talk about the beginning of the season, you get an opportunity to play for a championship. And they know this game here is going to give you that opportunity to play for a championship. So you're going to get some feistiness. You know, they know there is no tomorrow for the loser.
Fighters have been locked in all year, confident that they have a team good enough to play for a championship. They lost their starting quarterback, Jonathan Bain, about halfway through the season. He had 25 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Malik Henry, who's been on the roster all year, thrust into the starting role, with Gerard Hurd getting some snaps. Henry, the biggest start of his career. Downfield, what a catch! Oh, he lost it. Wilkerson in the end zone, almost a shoelace grab for a score.
Yep, had an opportunity. You got to make plays, you know. Big-time players make big plays, especially in games like these. You got to squeeze it.
Now Wilkerson's been a favorite target today with 3 catches. Just couldn't hang on to that one with Wooten in coverage. Under 2 minutes left here in this third quarter. In the IFL, really in any football league, but especially in the indoor football league, plenty of time left for Frisco.
Oh, yeah.
Pressure. Gets rid of it for a completion.
Wow. Nice. That's what you call making a play right there.
6 yards to Wilkerson. Almost a disaster for the Fighters, but what a play by Henry. He had Deshaun Downey all over his backside there.
Yep. Yeah, but he said he stayed calm and made a play. You know, in this situation here, knowing Clinton on this game, this is going to be a 2-down situation. So you can try to take a chance up top. You get the first, but you know you're going for it on 4.
Henry
there it is.
lofts it. He's got a wide open man for the touchdown. In stride to Gerard Hurd. 19 yards and a quick strike for Frisco.
Yeah, they needed that. That was big. Like I said, in that situation, you knew it was a 2-down situation, so you can afford to take a chance at it, knowing you're going to go for that 4th and short. So they came up and bid on the hitch, and you got a touchdown.
Hurd started the game as the quarterback. He's out there at wide receiver, pulling it in. His 4th receiving touchdown of the season. High snap. Pulled down cleanly. The kick is not wide to the right. Frisco still within 2 possessions. Missed opportunity on the PAT, but a key touchdown. Henry to Hurd for 6. The old Union Oyster House. That's what's incredible about walking around Boston. The historic buildings at every corner. Union Bar there, established 1826, one of the staples in Boston. A lot of the fans here that come out to these games for the Pirates maybe live in Boston or spend their time in Boston. About an hour west here in Worcester, Massachusetts. The Fighters still in this game. 37-22 is our score. A key touchdown, 19-yard strike. Malik Henry to Gerard Hurd. Rod, do you feel like Malik Henry may be settling in a little bit?
I think he may be trying to get his rhythm. You know, he has to. He knows that. Looking at this situation right here in North Clinton, I wouldn't be surprised. You get onside kick here trying to steal possession. Yep.
There it is. He called it. It didn't work, though.
Right on cue.
Yeah, that 6th sense there that was coming.
Yeah, that's just knowing him, and Coach Whibley know what he does. That's what he's going to try to do, steal possessions, especially late in the 3rd, going to the 4th quarter. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of onside kicks the rest of the game by them trying to get back in this game.
A nice recovery there by Vontrell McMillan, who they just signed. The Pirates did a couple weeks ago. Chris Clayton and Bismarck Bucks head coach Rod Miller here with you. You coach with Clint Dolzell, as you said. You know that that's kind of his tendency, trying to swing away there.
Oh, yeah, he loves those onside kicks, trying to steal possessions. And
5-yard penalty, 1st down.
And you know it's going to be coming, especially when they're down. So he's going to steal that. On the flip side is, you know, Coach Kaiser knows that too, let's say, because he played with Clint. You know, he was there with me as well, so he knows his tendencies. You know, so he had them ready for that because they were in a onside kick recovery group.
It's a close-knit community of coaches in the Indoor Football League. Mass was ready for it, and they will let the clock run out here late in the 3rd. The Pirates perhaps 1 quarter away from a United Bowl appearance, of 15-point lead over the Frisco Fighters at home.
Looking for financial advice and personalized service regardless of wealth? Then open an online account today at BerkshireBank.com. Our simple opening process takes just a few minutes. Once complete, you can sign up to all of our flexible banking tools, from mobile banking, online banking, and our branchless My Banker concierge banking service. Come see what it means to bank with a socially responsible bank that doesn't base the quality of service on the size of your wallet. Get started today at BerkshireBank.com.
Starting off the 4th quarter, the IFL Semifinals. Winner of this game into the championship, the United Bowl, next Sunday on Stadium. The Pirates, not only do they have this 15-point lead, they just recovered an onside kick, and they have a 1st and goal. It was a Frisco attempted onside kick. A quick fumble. Fighters are on it, though. Bobble on the snap there by Benefield. If I could hit the head of his running back, Stockton.
That's the opportunity they're trying to look for, try to find anything that can get them back in the game. Oh, we have a flag down too as well. That is going to be against Mass.
That's one thing, Mass has been very clean in this game.
Formation Offense number 65 was lined up outside the guard. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Jared Thomas, the second team All-IFL offensive lineman, is the guilty party that time. Bones Bagante, the offensive coordinator, talking things over with the official. As a player coach, 2018 and 19 for the Mass Pirates and then the Columbus Lions. This year as only the coach. He said, I've been surprised that I've been able to keep the same energy as a coach. He thought maybe it'd be, not as much adrenaline, but he said it's still been really exciting.
He had the opportunity. Think about it. You're a player coach, so you're able to call your own touchdown. So now what he's just doing is imagine he's them, but he's calling for them this time around. So, no, I'm not surprised. He's just that type of guy, that energy, and that knowledge of the game.
Off the fumble, Benefield keeps it and picks up 2 yards on the keeper. Boudreau and Hilton there on the tackle.
Yeah, the linebacker stayed at home, waited for that boot, did his job right on that one.
Couple carries for 7 yards today now for Alejandro Benefield.
Frisco can hold them here to no points or field goal. That would be huge for them trying to get back in this game.
Benefield had an opportunity in the NFL, in the New Orleans Saints minicamp. Then he played in the Alliance of American Football, Your Call Football League. The Chattanooga product developing, getting better and better. Now he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the IFL this season. He hands it off to Stockton on the right side. Nice little move. He's still on his feet. Finally pulled down at the line of scrimmage.
Good job of tightening up by Frisco. Like I said, they realize they have to stop and not let them score points. Like I said, they're trying to get them, hold them to a field goal or less, which will help them get back in this game. This is a huge down for them right here.
Stockton has been so strong in this game. 11 carries, 61 yards, and a couple touchdowns. Stuffed on that last play. Now this is where you mentioned it earlier, Rod. They like to go to Thomas Owens here. Yep. Receiving touchdown earlier, 25 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Little corner out.
He's on the middle of the field. Benefield scrambling, running. Down at the 5. Gang tackling by Frisco. It'll be a 4th and goal at the 4-yard line.
They need it. Nobody there bringing out the field goal unit. So this is huge for Frisco right here. This is huge.
Big time tackle Boudreau and missed the initial hit. It's cleaned up though. And as you mentioned, Garrett Hartley out to kick a field goal here for Massachusetts. Hartley missed his first attempt from 26 yards. And then to finish off the first half, he made one from 24. This year, a 21-yard chip shot. And he missed it. A huge miss and a potentially huge flag now. This would be a nightmare if it's on Frisco. Yes. Hartley missed the field goal. The Fighters could have the ball down 2 possessions. Let's check this massive penalty right here.
On the expression, it's like it's going against Frisco.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 11.
First down.
Half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
That is what you can't have right there. That was crucial. They had a full stop, and now a penalty gives them a first down.
Goodness. That's on Charles Williams, the first team all-league defensive lineman. 10 penalties on Frisco.
Again, the big ones. You just can't have those. That was huge. That was a 4th down stop.
That one the biggest so far.
Yeah, that could definitely come back to hunt them if they get a touchdown here.
Benefield with 2 completions in this game, both for touchdowns. They let the play clock run down, maybe lost track of it a bit, and they'll have to burn another timeout. They've now used 2 of them.
2 of them, yeah, stop the clock.
They got to hope that does not come back to bite them.
Let's check in with our third leverage.
So Benefield and the offense trying to punch it in here in this goal situation.
Yes, they definitely, have to capitalize on the given. They've been given second life on this drive, so they're going to have to try to capitalize on that. And for Frisco, they got to get a stop.
If Frisco wants to make the United Bowl, they got to make a wild fourth quarter comeback. We will have United Bowl coverage for you next week in our IFL Game of the Week on Stadium. It'll be Sunday, next Sunday. We don't know exactly where, who will be in it, but we'll have coverage for you here on Stadium. Winner of this game will play either the Arizona Rattlers or the Duke City Gladiators for an IFL championship in the United Bowl. Massachusetts went down 7-0. The Fighters on the road marched it down the field after receiving the opening kickoff. Were able to run it in with Gerard Hurd, but since then the Pirates have locked in. Could go up 20 here. Throw for Owens. Jumps and pulls it in for his second receiving TD. That is their favorite target deep in the red zone. He comes through again.
Yeah, they would have had an illegal blitz too. It looked like he might have put the flag up because that DB rush. They're going to decline that penalty.
Illegal blitz, defense number 3. The penalty is declined. The play results in a touchdown.
Thomas Owens, TO, number 81, first team All-IFL. 2 receiving touchdowns in the first round against Bismarck, and now he's got 2 here in the semifinals. Some frustration on the Pirates sideline.
Well, that's the owner. While your team came on the field arguing about something.
I think the Pirates would be happy here. They're up 21, but they're frustrated about something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he came out on the field and was arguing and pointing at the referee. It's kind of surprising they didn't throw a flag on that.
So that's 3 completions now for Benefield, all for touchdowns.
You can't beat that ratio.
11 yards, 7 yards, and 3 yards. 2 of them to Owens. Hartley, wide to the left. But most importantly for Massachusetts, they have a 3-score lead in the IFL playoffs semifinals. Thomas Owens showing up on the big stage.
Whether your team is your family, your business, or your employees, staying connected is crucial. You can depend on the Cross Insurance family
Very good.
to provide the best insurance solutions for you. We've got your team protected. Visit crossagency.com today.
43-22. This is a Frisco defense. It's been one of the best in the IFL this year. Massachusetts offense putting up 43, but really, it's not like Frisco's defense has played poorly. That's actually what Clint Dolezal said during his halftime interview with our own Julie Doles. He said, I don't think the defense is playing poorly. It's just the Mass defense has changed this game.
Yeah, they changed the perspective of the game and narrative of the game by making those stops, making those turnovers. And like we said earlier, it's one thing to get the stop, but you have to score after those stops to give you the advantage. You know, and that's what's going to be crucial in this game, and that's been a difference. The Pirates have capitalized on the stuff that they had, and Frisco didn't. So now it's a matter of trying to claw back in. They have to get stops to win this game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If they're going to win, they have to get a couple stops.
Really efficient game by Massachusetts, taking advantage of their opportunities. Hartley bangs it deep for Hoodie Rogers. Off the boards.
Best kick of the day.
Nowhere to go. Strong kick by Hartley, but also a nice finish to the return. Out to the 9-yard line there for Rogers.
Anytime you're not backed up inside the 5, your offense is in a good position because you can open up the full playbook without worrying being backed up in the end zone.
Malik Henry, last time the Fighters had the football, looked like he was settling in a little bit. He had a 19-yard passing touchdown to Gerard Hurd. 8 of 14, 87 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions.
Screen. They sniffed that one out.
Felton is blown up. That's Martrell Spate, the linebacker.
Yeah, he sniffed that out from the jump.
All over it. Spate having a big game again. IFL Defensive Player of the Week last week. Certainly a candidate again here this week.
Most definitely.
Among some of his other teammates. Henry looking to run left side, slides down. He's got about 5 yards.
He was smart. He knows to get down, don't take unnecessary hits, and stay alive.
That's his first run of the day.
Spade was coming for his head.
Here's a big-time third down. Massachusetts won actually the best third down defense in the IFL this season. Another third down completion. Wilkerson into Mass territory.
Again, another big throw at a big time when they needed it. Third down, has to keep the chains moving. He made a good throw to keep it moving.
That time it goes for 13 yards in a big spot. Wilkerson's putting together a really nice game. He now has 5 catches for 47 yards.
Yeah, he's finding those spots in the zone, those soft spots, and sitting down, and he's finding them.
Wilkerson in his first season with Frisco at a Mary Hardin Baylor University. Henry pressure, down he goes! Deshaun Downey.
That was good pressure. He felt that pressure.
He's an undrafted free agent with the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL in 2018. Playing the AAF and the CFL. A speed rusher. Look at the spin move there on the edge.
Yeah, that was a nice move. He's been very active for them the last couple of weeks. He's one of their most underrated linemen.
And we talked about the pass rush of Frisco, how strong it's been this year, but Pirates pass rush emerging this season as well. Henry downfield, too much on it. He had his man. That would have been a first down.
He had him open. Just missed him off target.
Trying to hit Gerard Hurd.
Definitely had him open.
Why does that happen to Henry? Is that mental? Is it mechanics?
Just mental and mechanics. I said just getting used to it. And again, the pressure. You know, this is a pressure game here. Sometimes I'm feeling a little bit of the pressure to be accurate.
Yeah, Henry, in his first professional season, played at Nevada last year, was the backup for the Wolfpack. Still getting experience under his belt. Out of pressure, lofts downfield, and it's out of play, incomplete. Trying to hit Wilkerson again. The Massachusetts defense continuing to hold strong.
Yeah, they're playing tough. They're knowing the crunch time. They know they have to make a play. You know, so they're pinning their ears back and they're getting rushed up front. Secondary's covering. They're trying to make plays. They're trying to get to the championship game.
Fourth down. This feels like maybe a must convert for Frisco.
It's definitely a must. They have to get a first down here. First down or touchdown. If they don't, this could be, you know, start sealing the fate a little bit.
Huge fourth down. Henry, downfield, complete.
He's short.
Still fighting. A nice tackle initially by Arion Maxey Penton. And I think they're going to give him the first down. Manny Arsenault with an extra effort to keep the drive going.
He used all 6'4" inches that he has. He stressed it out and used every inch of it. Wow. Looked like he was going to fall short, but he stressed out and got it.
Look at that.
Play.
He catches his knee up.
I think they're going to challenge the way they're looking at it.
Rayshon Kaiser.
You have nothing to lose to challenge it.
True.
Oh, it's a stop.
Wow.
Stop it. Mark is short.
They changed the spot. So now Frisco might challenge that. I thought they initially spotted him over the line to gain.
They did.
This might be worth reviewing, challenge or not here. It's a really close play downfield, and Dan Rodabaugh, the offensive coordinator, is not happy.
No, it's going to be a challenge either way. One of the two is going to challenge. And here's Clint the flag in his hand. They're going to challenge. Somebody's going to challenge either way.
Clint Dolzell down at the 14-yard line's got the challenge flag in it, and they.
Yeah, somebody's going to challenge in this play. Somebody, they want to stop and they want the first down.
Yep.
And it's a 5-minute mark. There's nothing to lose. Somebody's going to challenge that.
2 challenge flags were thrown. How many challenge flags are there? How many coaches get challenged? 2 of them.
2.
Okay,
Yep,
so they threw them all. All hands on deck.
See, they both have one. Only one coach can throw one, but he's challenging the spot.
I think his knee was up. That was a great effort by Arsenault.
Yeah, that's a heck of an effort. See, his knees are still up, the ball stretched out. Yeah, so I think he used every inch that he had.
Maxie Pitton with a nice tackle in the open field, it looked initially. But Arsenault, 33 years old, is a full-time fitness trainer, wasn't going to play this season. The old quarterback for Frisco, Jonathan Bain, convinced him to play this year. And Arsenault has turned into a top target this year for the Fighters. Great effort on that play.
Well, he had a very good career up in Canada. So, he was a very good
receiver.
receiver.
The spot the runner was down is not reviewable. Frisco was not charged with a timeout. First down, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. That's a huge play there.
The original call. Wow.
A close play, a controversial call downfield. Arsenault was close. They mark him short. Massachusetts get the football back when we come back. Massachusetts Pirates, their first season in the Indoor Football League. Pirates played in the NAL in 18 and 19. Had success in the NAL, switching over to the IFL. It's one of the new teams. They are less than 6 minutes away, potentially from a United Bowl. All right, let's vote now. Get your phone out, the QR code in the top left portion of your screen. Using your phone's camera, you can vote now. Who do you think is the player of the game? Thomas Owens is one of our choices. Big 81 with 2 red zone receiving touchdowns. Alejandro Benefield, the quarterback for the Pirates, another one of our choices. You see there the QB on the right with 3 touchdowns today. He's been very efficient. 3 completions, all of them for touchdowns. One of them to Quiviante Gonzalez in front of him. And the other choice is Justin Stockton, their running back. 11 carries, 61 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The 3 offensive weapons today for Massachusetts. You can vote now using that QR code.
I know who I think it would be.
Who do you think?
I think it's going to be Stockton.
Stockton, okay. Is that who you think, or you think the fans will vote on?
I think the fans will vote.
Okay.
He's had huge runs here. In the second half, it kind of opened it up. Fans get excited when they see those long runs. We'll see.
Yes, especially against that Frisco defense. Yes. So good against the run this year, first in the IFL. Opponents only averaging 43 rush yards per game against Frisco. But today the Pirates have run for 73. 61 behind the legs of Justin Stockton. Go to Gonzalez, getting around the edge. And he wisely spins into the boards. 8-yard gain.
Yep, don't take the unnecessary hits.
That was great. He looked like he was going to cut back into contact. And he kind of said, forget it.
Yeah, take it back. I got to save myself.
I'm going to go back here. Khalil Williams and Donald Lewis were all over him. Gonzalez, such a great weapon for this Massachusetts offense.
Yeah, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can run the ball, catch the ball, returns. He does it all for them.
It's really been an amazing season for Massachusetts. They started the year 3-3. Some close, tough losses, but they're kind of middle of the road as they go back to Stockton again. He's got a first down, a gain of about 5 yards.
Chains moving.
A win here, and it's 10 straight wins for the Pirates, and that includes wins at Frisco and against Arizona, who they beat by 24.
Right, at home, that was a good game for them. So, yeah, they're hot at the right time. Like I said, you want to be at the right time. Get ready to go into the playoffs, be hot. They're continuing to be hot in the playoffs. You know, if they continue on and win this game, then they'll be in the championship game and have a chance to finish strong. But they'll have a strong game, whoever that may be, because that's going to be another good game tomorrow night.
The semifinal tomorrow night with the Arizona Rattlers and the Duke City Gladiators. They're watching this game intently. Fresh set of downs. Milking some clock. Back to Stockton. A workhorse today.
Yeah.
He's got 5 more. 13 carries, 71 yards, and a couple touchdowns.
Yeah. And anytime you can get second and short, second and medium, it keeps your ball. Yeah, that's what you want. As an offensive coordinator, that's what you want.
Feels like Massachusetts inching towards a semifinal victory. Who do you got in the game tomorrow? Arizona or Duke City?
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. It's going to be a close one. Again, it's going to come down to
It doesn't answer my question.
I can't say. It's just going to be a good game. And, I've seen what both teams can do. And, it's a matter of what those defenses do tomorrow is going to be the key to that game.
Deep in the postseason, coming down to defense. Thomas Owens. What a weapon he is. A 6-yard reception. He's been, volume-wise, not a lot of action today. Only his 3rd catch. He's had bigger games than that, but he is just an electric wide receiver. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's hot right now, and he's just playing. He's using everything that he has in the toolbox, and is making it hard to stop. So, when you can play like that, and he helps your team out, the teammates know it. They want to block for him. So that the quarterback wants to throw to him, wants to hand it to him. So, man, you can't beat that combination, and that's what you want as a team.
A couple years ago in the NAL, he was the league rookie of the year. He has taken his game to the next level.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do, get better each year. And that's what he's definitely doing.
First team All-IFL this season. 2nd in the league in reception, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, as Stockton picks up about 4 more. He's only behind Dello Davis in those 3 categories, who's put up some unbelievable numbers this year for Duke City.
Yeah, they've put up numbers that are just ridiculous. They put up game numbers. You're just like, okay, is this a gamer or is this a real game? But no, that's why I said that's going to be a good game tomorrow, because both of those offenses can be high-powered. But like we're here right now, they're feeling the groove. They're just trying to run the clock. They know if they don't turn the ball over, they should have this victory. So they're going to play that way to run the clock out best they can.
What a job the Pirates are doing, bleeding this clock down. Benefield all day. Now some pressure comes, and he throws it away.
Uh-oh, somebody's down the back of the end zone here.
And player shaken up for Massachusetts.
We got something right here.
Uh-oh. That's Bones Bagante, the offensive coordinator, involved. Fighters players running over. Charles Williams in the area. Got to sort this one out.
After play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, the Massachusetts coach, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down. Massachusetts has lost sideline privileges for the remainder of the game.
Harsh but fair.
Yeah, this is going to happen if you're a coach and you get called for that. You're going to lose life. Oh, somebody's going after him again.
Uh-oh. Bones Bagante, Laquiviante Gonzalez. I think that was actually Gonzalez. Bagante's holding him back. Well, that was not Bagante that time, but
it's like them and
here we go.
Defensive end.
Let's take a look right here. See Bagante there on the far left of your screen. He's on Charles Williams. Oh, that's a great acting job by Charles Williams.
I'll tell you what, though, they do have a rule in the league that they will review. Unfortunately, they're probably done, but they have a flop rule that you can get called for a personal foul for flopping.
Hey, his great uncle Paul, part of the Temptations. His dad Adrian is now in the Temptations. He plays bass.
Wow.
He's a performer.
Wow. Well, he showed it there.
He's also one of the best defensive players in the league, but Bagante and the coaching staff now for Massachusetts has to stay in their bench area, as you explained. And the officials got to spend some time here marching the football back towards midfield. An emotional, penalty-ridden game. 6 penalties now on Massachusetts.
The coach is right here in front of us in the stands, which technically he can't be, but he's
good catch. Yep. That's just a fan. That's just a fan with a headset. That's not Bones Bagante.
He says he's not on the field.
It's his twin bro. 3rd and long. Benefield. Looking to run. There goes Alejandro Benefield.
First down, though.
Fumbled the football right at the line to gain, and the Pirates recovered it. So they call him Dro. Alejandro Benefield.
That was a big scramble there. Got the first down.
He got 20 yards on the scramble.
There you got another scuffle.
More pushing and shoving after the play, but check out this run here by Benefield. He's not the fastest guy you'll see, but just enough speed on this play. A nice hit by Khalil Williams to knock the football loose.
So now what Mass has to do now, this have to be smart. You can't get any dumb penalties because you can get 2 personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct, and be out the next game. So they don't want to risk somebody getting thrown out of being a chance to be in the championship game, especially some of their key players.
So there are actually no flags on that play. Kind of assumed there would be with some shoving, but the officials break it up and let everybody play on.
1 minute warning.
1 minute warning here in Worcester. 43-22. Pirates on the brink of a United Bowl appearance. Pirates players and fans are feeling it. Thomas Owens, high fives with everybody in the front row. They're riling up the crowd during the break. The Massachusetts Pirates a minute away from a United Bowl appearance.
Yep, this is what you work for, opportunity to try to get there. Yeah, they're feeling it, and they got every right to be happy to celebrate. It takes hard work to get the chance to go to the championship game. So,
and they will take a knee. Hopefully we don't see any penalties or extracurriculars as the Pirates want to run this clock out.
Yep.
From 3-3 from the middle of the pack early on in the IFL season to a United Bowl appearance. And this is where it's fun to see the celebration, the triumph of these athletes grinding their way through the season.
They're going to have one more snap.
For Frisco, their season, a fantastic one, will come to an end. They're first in the IFL. They'll finish 11-4. The number 3 seed here in the playoffs.
Yeah, nothing to hang their head about. They had an excellent season, especially with a young team and some first-time staff. So they got nothing to hang their head about, and they're going to come back bigger and stronger next year. You already know that.
But the Pirates are victorious here in the semifinals. Massachusetts on to the United Bowl. 43-22, the final score. A Pirates defense, excellent, Rod. The Massachusetts defense really set the tone early and often.
Yeah, they did. They made stops early. They got turnovers, touchdowns off of turnovers. They played the way they need to play. Defense is going to help you win championships, and they definitely have a defense that can help them win a championship.
They improved to 13-3. They've won 10 consecutive games. Rayshawn Kaiser, the defensive coordinator, came out and said, we want to stop the run, make them throw to beat us, make plays. They did just that here in the victory, 43-22. And this defense for Massachusetts now, it's not just the playoffs. It was the latter portion of the regular season. 4 straight games now, they've held opponents under 22 points, which is really difficult.
Very difficult. I mean, they have been very effective. They've been very dominant. They've been dominant. And that's what you need. If you're going to win a championship, you have to have good defense along with good offense. So they're showing that you can win a game. The defense wins championships. So, hey, they punched their ticket for next weekend. And now it's a matter of, can they play one more game? Can they win that one game that really matters? You have all the wins in a row, but the one next week is the one that really matters. So will it all be in vain, or will it be for a championship?
It's Alejandro Benefield giving congratulations. Handshakes from both teams. All right, when we come back, we'll hear from our player of the game. Massachusetts wins it. They'll play in the United Bowl next weekend on Stadium.